Assalamu alaikum and hi everyone. We meet today to continue our lesson about fragments and the fragmented sentence. Now, after learning previously about what a fragmented sentence is, and after seeing its different aspects and forms, today we'll try to learn how to correct, a fragmented sentence. And we'll focus on how to correct a fragmented subordinate clause, because we said the major form of the fragment is the subordinate clause when it is treated, when it is used, when it is punctuated as a separate complete sentence. Clear? Separate complete sentence. It's a mistake and an error that we should avoid. How? First, by attaching this subordinate clause to the main clause or to the independent clause. For example, I have, if the salary is high, full stop, he will accept the job. So here, as you see, I have, if salary is high, is my subordinate clause, and it ends here with a full stop. And we said that the subordinate clause is a dependent clause. It means it can never stand alone. It can't stand alone. That's why it must be attached, clear, to the main clause, joined to the independent clause to make it right a part of this complete sentence. So here I write, if the salary is high, I put now comma instead of full stop and continue with the second independent clause. He will accept the job. So here we joined the first subordinate clause to the main clause, and it's a big mistake when you separate it in a sentence with a full stop. Clear? And treat it as a complete sentence. It's only a part, of a sentence, and it depends on the main clause to complete the meaning of the whole sentence. Clear? Even when it comes along, for example, we have, if the salary is high and full stop. This one can never be complete sentence. It can never stand alone. Why? Because it is subordinate. When we say subordinate, it means it starts either with a conjunction of subordination, like because, as, since, though, although, if, unless, after, before, so that, not that, and so on, or with relative pronoun, who, which, that, whose, whom. So all these clauses which start with one of these elements, and even if they contain subject and the verb, they are dependent and they are subordinate and they can never stand alone. We need to join them to a second part, which is an independent clause. Clear? For example, I have I like the mobiles, full stop, which have good cameras. I like the mobiles, full stop, which have good cameras. Now here I have which have good cameras is what? A subordinate clause, which starts with a relative pronoun which, but here it is separated by a full stop. So it's a mistake, error here. We mustn't punctuate, the subordinate clauses as separate sentences. So we must here correct this fragment by joining it to the main clause, and I write, I like the mobiles, comma, or without comma. We are free here. It depends on whether it is restrictive or non-restrictive. Clear? Which have good cameras. Full stop. Now, second way also to correct the fragmented subordinate clause is by rewriting the subordinate clause as a complete sentence. Here I'm going to add extra words of my own. Clear? If I am given only, or if I find a fragmented subordinate clause alone, without any other words. Example, I have, since the phone was broken, full stop. So here, it's a fragment. It's subordinate. Starts with since. Clear. It's dependent. I need to add to it what? An independent clause to complete the meaning. So I will write, since the phone was broken, I bought a new one. I bought a new one. Right. I bought a new one. So here, you should correct this fragment by adding extra words. I mean an independent clause to this dependent subordinate clause. Clear? For the case of verb pronouns, for example, we have who helped me, simply. The man who helped me. The man who helped me. Here is a fragment. Clear? Fragment. So I need to add to it what? An independent clause. Example, the man who stands there, or this is the man, simply, okay, this is the man who helped me. Here I have added, this is the man. It is an independent clause to this who helped me, which is subordinate to make it a complete sentence. Clear? Good. So this is the second way. Third way also, we can rewrite, or reword the clause by eliminating the conjunction of subordination, and also by elimination and removing the relative pronouns. For example, I have since he or as he failed the exam, full stop, his parents punished him. As he failed the exam, full stop, his parents punished him. So here I have, as he failed the exam, it is subordinate clause, and it must be normally joined, or also modified to be a part of this sentence, not separated before stop. So here we have this clause, which is subordinate. It is separated by full stop. It is fragment. It's a mistake. So here I can remove the conjunction of subordination as and reword it, write it in my own way, and I write he failed the exam, comma, so his parents punished him. Clear? Punished him. Good. For the case of verb pronouns, for example, we can say, as an example, I prefer, for example, I prefer the laptop, which, for example, a laptop, full stop, that my father bought to me. Example, okay. I prefer the laptop, full stop, that my father bought to me. Clear? Bought to me. So here I can correct that my father bought to me is my fragment. Clear? It's a fragment here. It's one clause, which is separated by full stop. Normally, it mustn't stand alone like this. So I remove that and I write, I prefer the laptop. For example, we can put semicolon. Why not? Semicolon. My father bought to me. My father bought to me. Right. My father bought to me. Right. Bought to me. Or also we can word it differently and we write I prefer the laptop. The laptop. For example, comma, for my father bought it to me. Example. Bought it tuning. So here we removed the relative pronouns and we form a complete sentence. Clear? Good. Also, we have another type of fragments, which are the fragmented phrases. Sometimes the phrases also are fragments in a sentence. Clear? In a sentence, when they are punctuated as also a separate complete sentence. For example, I have the example of everything was great, full stop, during the concert. Everything was great, full stop, during the concert. Here, of course, I'm going to correct this phrase also by joining the phrase to the main clause, and I remove full stop and I write everything was great during the concert. So we need to separate, okay, the phrase as a separate sentence with a full stop. It's a mistake. We join it to the rest of the sentence. Clear? Of the sentence. For example, another example. After a long journey, full stop, they arrived home. So here also, after a long journey is a phrase, and it mustn't be separated from the rest of the sentence by full stop. So here I can write after the journey or long journey, comma, they arrived home. Here it is a part of this sentence and no longer an independent part. It's a fragment since then. Okay, good. Another way also of correcting the fragmented phrases, we have also the case of expressions of example. Like, such as, namely, mainly, so that. Clear? So this, when they come in the sentence, they mustn't be, separated by a comma or any kind of, or any other mark, or full stop. For example, I like bright colors, like green, yellow. If you put a full stop or a comma before yellow or before such as or before like, here it is not correct in English. So you should avoid this punctuation, and you should attach also such as and like and the words of example to the rest of your sentence. Clear? Rest of your sentence to make this phrase a part of your sentence. Clear? Also for listing, when you list, for example, when you say they ignore many sports, for example, like jogging, for example, like jogging, running, for example, hiking. So here we mustn't put any full stop or any comma before like, clear, or even before the elements, full stop before jogging or the other elements. Clear? They are all part of one sentence. Clear? Of one sentence. Good. Also, another remark for the compound predicate verbs. They are not separate in the English sentence, and they mustn't be separated by punctuation. For example, when we write, he writes with his right hand and eats with his left hand. So, for and eats, you mustn't put any full stop or any comma before, and eat. Or, second verb, because it's going to be a fragment here. A fragment, because this part belongs to the first part of the predicate. So, don't separate the two verbs of the predicate by any punctuation mark to avoid, committing the error of a fragment. The error of a fragment. Clear? Of a fragment. Good. So that's all what we can say about how to correct both fragmented subordinate clauses and also fragmented phrases. So please stick to the rules of English academic writing to avoid any of these kinds of sentence errors, mainly the fragment. Thank you so much.